Okay.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the results here.
Results! EVO results. So, do you want to start? Are we doing this in reverse order?
You want to do it in the top 8 order?
I think we should. Just,
okay.
I feel like that's nice.
All right. So let's talk about. So we're not going to do any side tournaments or anything like that.
Maybe top 4 for exhibitions and side tournaments if they have them listed.
Okay. Do you want to talk about Soul Calibur here?
I actually did watch some of it, so sure. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. So 7th place. Hang on a second. Let me do something really quick.
It was cool, dude.
No, it was Black Hat was definitely going on this weekend.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Black Hat was, so everyone had to turn off their Wi-Fis and stuff like that. I was just like, whatever. I don't know. 7th place was KDZ with Siegfried and Yellowtail with Gro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know who that character is. 5th place was Kayane with Xianghua and T. Cole, Victim of Ritual with Ivy. 4th place, Boom with Yoshimitsu. 3rd place, Zefukai with Sophitia or Sophitia, however you want to pronounce it. 2nd place, BXA, Party Wolf with Killick and Grow. And 1st place, Link RKC with Ivy.
So
Joe is happy.
Yeah, definitely.
His wife who won.
I feel like, so I'm attached to Astaroth, who's been announced.
Yes, so you're super happy now.
I am happy about that, but in watching Ivy, I feel like actually she probably fits my playstyle better.
The long range
plus, exactly.
Yeah,
So I might, when this game comes out, I definitely intend to try it out at least. And I'm going to try it out with Astaroth first, just because he's been my boy in the past. But I feel like maybe Ivy is who I should be playing.
Would Ivy be like the first big boobed character that you would have ever used in a fighting game? I can't imagine. I can't picture you even using one of those overtly sexual characters. I don't think I've ever seen you use.
It doesn't come up that often because the characters that I play tend to be dudes.
Right.
There aren't that many grapplers and zoners who are women, but does She-Hulk count? I mean, I played She-Hulk. Is it?
Maybe She-Hulk. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't play Mika.
Never played Laura.
I didn't play Laura. Well, in new games, I haven't. Even in KOFs, the grapplers I tended to play were the dudes, even though they're legit.
Mary or anything like that?
I didn't really play Mary. I played King as a zoner.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. What about the MK games? You never played any of the girls in the MK games either, right?
I played Shiva in MKX.
Oh,
in MK9.
Okay.
Yeah, I played Cyrax and Shiva. Those are my 2 characters in that game.
Okay.
Pretty opposite ends of the tier chart. But yeah, she's basically naked, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Not the most attractive character, but she's basically naked.
Yeah, I mean, she has 4 arms. That's pretty cool. So
she was not good. I did play Chrome Dome, of course.
Yes, Chrome Dome. You saw that they had they actually have a TMNT Tournament Fighters tournament there. And I think, who won that one? It was Lord
Somebody
BBH.
From New York.
Lord BBH won that one, who I ran into at the Pinball Museum, by the way.
Wow.
Who I also played in a Marvel Superheroes tournament at CES before it was E3. He went there hoping that there was nobody else there that knew how to play the game.
Okay.
And I showed up and I got first place.
Oh,
he got
dang.
second place, and I got I got a free copy of Resident Evil 1 and all these other things like that from them. So it was actually kind of funny. But there was nobody there. It was only businessmen and me.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
That was it. It's just the 2 of us. So
I've always heard about the New York scene for TMNT, but all right. Anyway.
But they actually said that they are working on. Lord BBH actually said they're working on a balance patch to it, like a mod to it, and they're gonna add some characters or something crazy.
I didn't know about that.
I don't know how are they drawing their own sprites or whatever, dude. It's crazy, dude.
Okay.
So yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about Injustice, which was the first of the major top 8s, official game top 8.
7th place was Methods Silvereye with Hellboy. And 7th place was BC Biohazard with Cheetah, Starfire, and Black Manta. 5th place was PG Hayate.
He also played Bane, but not in top 8.
Okay. PG Hayate with Robin, of course. And 5th place, Noble Samij with Catwoman. 4th place, Big D with Poison Ivy. I'm not coming out of nowhere, but surprisingly,
honestly, kind of.
Yeah, because on the jump off, we saw him send Honeybee to losers in pools.
Yep.
So I mean, what's his story? What's he done?
He got top 8 in MKX with Ermac, who was not considered very strong at the time. He's a really good player. but he hasn't been playing that much. So hard to say that it's out of the blue, because he has been good in the past, but he just hadn't been playing Injustice like that. So this is just like one of those days where like everything's firing on all cylinders, you know? You're just like in God mode for whatever reason.
Okay.
He had that day, you know?
Okay. Well, top 4, there you go, with Poison Ivy not considered a strong character, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
Ended up probably mid, something like that. Not bad for sure. She thinks she got buffed significantly.
But not one of those characters you're going to be seeing at top 8s a lot, basically.
No.
Yeah. Third place, Sonic Fox. Echo Fox, Sonic Fox with Firestorm, Red Hood's Starfire, not his real character, and Black Manta. Second place, Noble Tweety on fire right now. Dr. Fate and Starfire, and of course, in his infamous mid-match pop-off to Sonic Fox.
That was awesome.
And first place, Noble Rewind.
Yeah.
So all 3 of the Noble boys in top 8 here, they had a great weekend.
They had a fantastic weekend.
Firestorm, Black Adam, Catwoman. Obviously, Rewind is a good player.
Yes.
But I don't feel like I've seen him like in that top 3 spot all the time.
No, not all the time at all. In fact, his first major top 8 was Combo Breaker.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, he's been playing online, but he's like 17. He's really young. And his training partner, so the major training partners are Rewind, Sonic Fox, Samij. They play together all the time. All of them are top 5. They're just all super, super good, all young, all very strong. Look at all the characters used in that top 8. That was an incredible list that we just mentioned. So
almost no repeats except for a Starfire mirror match.
Yeah, which one of them got blown out.
Yeah, and Tweety was like, pick your real character.
For sure. And they used even more than that, because Biohazard got into top 8 mostly with Bane. And if you look at 9th, Gurr, Adam, Buffalo with Sub-Zero and Michelangelo, Hero Killer Stain with Cyborg, Gross with Black Adam and Green Lantern. Like half of the cast was used in the top 9.
Honeybee made it all the way back to 13th place despite getting sent to losers and pools. Good stuff.
Honestly, it was super, super good tournament for the game.
And Callisto says that the only reason why he probably didn't have those results is because Sonic Fox always gate-kept him. Rewind.
Big part of it, definitely, yeah. But Rewind's been killing it on online tournaments, and that actually is relevant in this game.
For sure.
So I really enjoyed it, what I got to see anyway. I haven't gone back. Well, I haven't been able to go back and watch because it's not on YouTube yet, but I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, for the rest of the top 8 that you had to turn off on.
Correct.
But you heard about the Tweety Sonic Fox interaction.
I did. I saw the YouTube, Twitch clip later.
Good stuff. Good stuff to Tweety, though, because that guy definitely
very good.
Turned it up and maintained it, too, which is the important thing. Because a lot of times you go and win an event or get second place, and then you just disappear, right? But he has been consistent for the big 3 events this
crazy
recently.
Consistent. He's been in grand finals each time. He got first, second, and second. And he started top 8 in losers. Shout outs to him. Anyway, let's move on.
BlazBlue cross tag battle. Only one U.S. player making it to top 8. So a lot of people were talking about, what's it going to be like? Japan, America, a lot of different mindsets, et cetera, et cetera. Well, it looks like Japan might have been right on a lot of these things. So in 7th place, we got Deddy White Rock with Yang and Waldstein, and Gouda with Gordeau and New 13. In 5th place was CAG Fenrich with Jin and Hyde, and GGP Hori Kazunoko with Ruby and Gordeau.
Plays the boringest characters every time.
Ruby and Gordeau. Woo! Yeah, trust me, dude. Ugh. Did you see that people discovered that the little glitch on that made them more invincible than they should be? Yeah, it's crazy. 4th place, Koji KOG with Wildstein and
my boy!
On the jump off, we kept mentioning you every time Koji was on stream, and every time he won, I was just like, we would watch a match and he would lose, and I was like, wait. I would interrupt everyone. I was like, I think I heard a fart noise from New York.
Great. All right.
But 3rd place, Graft.be, Dora Bang with Hazama, New 13. 2nd place, PAG Fame 96 with you and Jin, the U.S. player who made it all the way there, who sniped my stream one point in time.
He got the James Chen boost.
Yeah, exactly. I actually talked to him afterwards. He came up to me and was like, hey, how's it going? We talked and everything like that. So, but great job to him, man. He was on fire. He was playing super well. But first place was Heiho with Ruby and Gordeau. The awesome, super exciting team Scythe, I
mean, it's a very effective team, and I don't think any team is boring in that game. I think they're all kind of fun. but it's definitely, it's very oppressive. He was using the tech you were talking about, which makes things invincible when they probably shouldn't be.
Right.
So
they were saving that tech for EVO.
They were, and apparently some North American players knew about it too.
Yeah, well, the one person who talked about it was like, I was saving it too.
Correct. So it was not commonly known.
Yeah, but what's interesting about this, though, is that, and not just because I use the character, but I just had a vested interest in where Blake was going to stand.
Yeah.
Right? But if we go into 9th place, we see Uruza with Yosuke Waldstein, Kyame with Yu Hyde, 9th, Elyon with Jubei Ragna. There's HZK Ryo with Carmen Jin. 13th place was Omniscythe with Orie Ruby, Shinku with Yang Ruby, Uri with Orie Hakumen and Orie New 13, Yoshimoto Kubo with Hyde and Ruby. There is no Blake in top 16.
Yeah. I feel like that is surprising, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's because her jump B is bad.
Alrighty.
Bam! No, just kidding. No, it's not bad. It's not bad. But it was really interesting for me to see that kind of results because US was so high on the character, and so I really wanted to see what that character was going to do, just because I just don't have time to use non-top tier characters these days.
It was interesting character select wise. There were 3 Walds in top 9. I think he's strong, but I don't think I expected that. It's obviously not so surprised to see a couple of Jins, a few Rubies. I was surprised to see a couple of News. I felt like I didn't think she was as strong as I at first thought. Maybe I was wrong about that. And I'm also surprised to see 3 Gourds in top 8. A character who I think is strong, but I didn't think was top tier. And then I think in using that sort of invincible switch tech, that makes him super useful.
Especially because Grim Reaper is a soft knockdown 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Like, if you could be a Grim Reaper late in the combo and the guy would flip, dude, the thing covers the whole screen.
Yeah.
It's going to pick up every assist. Like, I'm trying to learn Yuzuriha right now, right? And, like, I'm trying to set this thing up and everything, and I'm using Jubei on the side.
Cool, man.
And I can't get the proper juggle with this, and I just keep thinking to myself, why don't I just pick Gordo, who hits the whole screen and gives me a free juggle afterwards? Yuzuriha doesn't have any problem hitting anybody full screen with a super, and stuff. So almost makes me want to just pick up Gordo for the hell of it. So, but we'll see. Yeah, Gordo was super good.
That was really fun to watch, and Koji Cog did a super good job. He I think does a good job of showing that team's strengths. I still think there's things that he could be doing that he's not doing. He's a way better player than me, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like there were some times when he didn't do some tech that I've seen, like Jan do, I do, a couple of other players who use the same team do. So I feel like that team has a high ceiling and he's not there yet.
And the cool part about it, Fame, he won in winner's side.
Yes,
he sent
awesome.
Heiho to losers, and I actually got a little clip of the crowd, and the crowd was going nuts. The crowd was insane. It was beautiful stuff.
That's what I'm talking about.
It was beautiful stuff. So really happy for him. He did get kind of beat up in grand finals all of a sudden because it looked like Heiho just kind of figured things out a little bit. But shout-outs to Heiho as well, because he won that, and he won Eunice as well. He was holding up... Second. Oh, no, he got second. He got second. He was holding up the Eunice tournament because he was in both of them, so it's actually kind of funny. So, but yeah, the crowd was amazing. Probably one of the loudest crowds I heard all weekend.
Oh, good stuff. Okay, cool.
Sunday, yeah.
Cool.
And so, again, as a viewer there, the Sunday finals were actually legit. Like, I'm sorry, the Saturday finals were actually legit and super exciting. So
yeah, no, I've never said that I think Saturday is not cool for people in attendance.
It just doesn't get the viewership, right?
Stream viewership.
If we can start changing that culture, it'll take a while. But if people, you don't think so?
As long as there's other stuff going on at the same time.
Yeah, like Street Fighter semis and stuff like that. Yeah, okay.
Anyway.
Super Smash Brothers for Wii U. Oh boy. Okay, 7th place, Yoshimoto Choco with Zero Suit Samus. CND Raito with Duck Hunt. 5th place was W2W Mr. E with Lucina and PG MVD with Diddy Kong. 3rd place, EMG Mistake with Bayonetta. 3rd place, DNG Nietono, Diddy Kong, and Sheik. Second place, Captain Zach with Bayonetta. First place, Lima with Bayonetta.
Mm-hmm.
So, remember when we did our stream, our pre-EVO stream, we asked how many Bayonettas that we thought would end up on top 8.
We had TK Breezy
Yeah,
on.
and I think TK Breezy said like 3 to 4.
I think you're right, actually.
He said 3 to 4, and not only did we end up with 3, but they finished top 4. And the audience was not happy.
No.
In fact, when Nietono finally lost and they left 2 Bayonettas left, there was a deluge of people leaving and people were booing. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't even just that they were necessarily rooting for Nietono. I think they were just rooting against Bayonetta.
Right.
And to the point where, I mean, we'll talk about this a lot more during the 5-5, but like, they were booing everybody to the point where Captain Zach, after the match, I think that he beat Nietono, he just flipped everybody off afterwards. And then when him and Lena got started for grand finals, they just like started charging a shot. Neither of them played, and they just were like chatting and laughing and stuff like that.
Indeed.
Which made people even more mad. And so there's definitely a lot of
not looking good. But yeah, we'll talk about this later on.
Yeah, but
you know. That I guess is not unexpected, is what TK Breezy thought would happen, that there would be that many Bayonettas in top 8. If you go down a little bit further, there's more variety. I mean, a couple Rosalina Lumas, Luigi, Mario, Corrin. I mean,
Olimar.
Yeah, Olimar, Pikachu there, Mario. So there was more just outside of the top 8, but that is who ended up in top 8, and that's just, a strong character.
And Bear had to go up and tell the guys, you have to play or we're disqualifying you. And they're like, oh, okay.
He actually showed them the rules. Yeah. I appreciated that, yeah.
I mean, both of them are very young as well. Both of them are under 18, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, are they that young?
I think like 16, and I think one was 16, the other was like 15 or something crazy like that.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, it was something crazy like that. They're both super, super young, so they're like, okay, and then they played for real at that point in time. Otherwise, they were going to forfeit their prizes and everything. Like, they would have been Soul Calibur all over again from
15 years ago. Actually, 15 years ago.
Yeah, 2004,
2004,
2004, something like. Actually, no, I think
it might have been 03.
I think it was 03. It was definitely 03 that it happened. So, but yeah, it's crazy stuff. Now, the only thing I'll say to that is that, well, won't have to worry about that next year, most likely. So
probably so,
unless the character's not nerfed significantly in Ultimate. Really good. So.
Okay, we move on.
Guilty Gear Rev 2.
This is now Sunday. These were the Sunday games. Top 8 started at 8 a.m.
Every year, one American player makes it in there.
Right.
It was Elven Shadow, then it was Marlin Pie.
Okay.
Then last year, it was Kid Viper, I believe, was the one who did it. And this year, it was Lost Soul. Wong Nation Lost Soul. Justin's still sponsoring him to every tournament. In fact, Justin was like, can someone pick him up so I can save money? 7th place was Fumo with Elfelt, and Mikado's Teresa with Jam Kuradaberry, who Teresa, of course, has been traveling all over the United States. He's been enjoying it. Super emotional guy. Like, every time he loses, like, the whole audience feels bad because he just gets this look on his face like, like, oh my, you just watch him lose and you're just like, God, I wish you won. You know? And then 5th place, Yoshimoto Zadi with Raven, one of the strongest Ravens in Japan, and Lion with Kai Kisk. 4th place, Nage, former EVO champion with Faust. He was EVO Japan champion, I should say. 3rd place, WN Wong Nation Lost Soul Elfelt in 3rd place.
All right.
Good job to him.
For sure.
Good job to him in a game where we just have no history of making it that high at EVO. You know, usually they get in and then they just lose in 7th place, right? So shout outs to Lost Soul, 100%. So, and then 2nd place, Surugaya Machabo, former EVO champion, Kai Kis. But back-to-back champion now is Omito with Johnny.
Right.
Back-to-back champion. Not an easy thing to do.
Didn't they buff his character in between? I mean, I'm no expert. But
It's just like, it's not even necessarily buff. It's just they keep giving him cool little things for everything they take away from him so that he never moves from his tier spot.
Right.
He's basically just been the best character for like the last 3 patches.
Sick.
So, you know, him and Sin and everyone's like, where's the nerf? Where's the nerf?
Yeah.
You know? So.
Anyway, I mean, still, that's difficult to do. So congrats to Omito. That's impressive.
Exactly.
Rare to see back-to-back EVO champs nowadays.
Yeah. And, you know, I didn't get a chance to see it. It was at 8 in the morning. I woke up at 8 o'clock. I turned on my phone and I passed right back out. Well, because I was at the Twin Galaxy thing. That thing went until like 2:30 at night. And then by the time I got back to my room after running into a bunch of people and saying hi and everything, it was like 4 a.m.
Yeah, no, I mean, I did the same. Whenever I had commentary on Sunday, I would always make sure that I go to sleep early, and that means and wake up late, just to make sure that I'm up for commentary, right? So it's work. I get it.
Yeah. So I had to make sure I was sleeping and well rested for Street Fighter.
For sure.
So. Oh, but I need to go back, and I'll probably do that. I'll probably watch it on stream with everybody else, and then we can all just hang out.
By the way, everybody's saying that, in fact, Zidane was the guy who got top 8 first year.
You're right. You're right. It was Zidane the first. Yeah. You guys are right. It was Zidane. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool seeing the rest of who just made it outside. Kizuke, Kazunoko, Elven Shadow, N, is that it?
Mm-hmm. And yeah, Hotashi, another strong USL felt player. Kadako, like the best Japanese Mei player. Daru Ino from Korea. He was like the big non-Japanese Asian hope was Daru, and then Kid Viper, of course, in 13th place with Johnny. So shout outs to all those guys.
Yeah, everybody's talking about Waxel, Mike Ross. You know, it is cool to see him playing video games.
Waxel, because it's a pun on Axel.
For sure. Yeah, Whack Axel. It's definitely funny. I don't want to make too big of a deal out of it because I don't think that's what he would want. He wants to just be a dude playing video games, and I respect that. I think, but it's very cool to see him around again.
Yeah, I mean, he says that he's been practicing that game a lot. And
he's been playing. I've seen him go to locals.
Yeah, he even said like when he showed up there, he was like, "No, I'm gonna like do well."
Yeah,
he's like, he's like, he had every intention.
I mean, he got what, 3rd at the Arizona tournament. What's it called?
Oh, undefeated.
Oh, he got 3rd or 4th or something. He was certainly top 8.
Nice.
Anyway, cool to see. All right, we move on.
Super Smash Brothers Melee, 7th place. OG Swedish Delight with Sheik. 7th place also Tempo S2J with Captain Falcon. 5th place Wizrobe with Captain Falcons. It's 2 Captain Falcons in top 8.
Pretty cool.
I mean, it's a good character, but still. 5th place also C9 Mango with Falco. And running almost exclusively Falco these days. So 4th place, Liquid Hungry Box with I was about to say Jigglypuff. Hungry Pox with Jigglypuff. Hungry Box with Jigglypuff. 3rd place, PG Plup, who really is just up there now with Sheik. 2nd place, Alliance Armada with Peach and Fox. And 1st place, TSM Leffen with Fox, and we'll address this a little bit more, who's going to take part of his prize money and pass it down to Swedish Delight and S2J.
Beautiful.
And he was carried off on like people's shoulders or something like that. So yeah, congratulations to Leffen taking it. Really, he's always been in the god killer status. He was never considered one of the gods. I don't know if the Smash community is going to say that this officially cements him, with unfortunately PPMD not really playing anymore. Maybe
what Bobby said on stream, Bobby Scar, was that there just are, this is his opinion anyway, was that there are just 5 gods, and it's sort of historical, and in the same sense that there's 5 gods of Japanese fighting games, right? Yeah. Even though they're maybe not the best nowadays, they're all still good, by the way, but like they're not. Yeah, he wouldn't call Nuki like the best. He's not a god of modern stuff. But historically, it's the same title.
Right.
And he said that in his view, like it's not. Don't keep on applying this to new players. It's just like a historical thing.
Right,
so.
Okay, that's fair.
But yeah, no, it was really fun to watch. As an aside, I think it's hilarious that it was an all-Swedish grand finals, but Swedish Delight got 7th place. I just think that's funny.
That is kind of funny, actually.
It was really, really fun to watch. Falcon was doing work. That was pretty cool. I like seeing Jigglypuff do work. That was really cool. And
I heard Hungrybox wasn't happy when he lost.
He was not happy when he lost, but who was especially not happy when he lost was Plup, because Plup got eaten alive.
Oh, really?
Just
Armada?
Yeah, and horribly. And he said later, I saw a tweet from him today or yesterday that said that he had a panic attack and that it was...
Dang.
It was bad news.
It was just, oh my God, I'm on top third, like I'm on third, like
I guess,
finals. I don't
know the details, but yeah, that was part of what was going on. That it wasn't just that he lost. It was like, because I mean, you could even see it the way that he was playing. He actually he looked good in the first game, and then by the time that he lost, he was just everything was going bad. I don't even play the game, and like I could see that he's not playing well. So that definitely sucks.
It's crazy because a lot of times when people watch fighting games, as a spectator, of course you know the pressure's there. Of course you know the kind of stakes that are at hand. But until you feel it, oh my God, like it is ridiculous. Like there's a reason why there are people like me who play terribly on stream. Yeah. You just go on stream and all of a sudden your brain just shifts into a completely different mode all of a sudden. I still remember, like, I would play one of my best friends who was visiting me at EVO, Jason. Like, he never entered tournaments. Right. But when you play him, he just does a lot of stupid things. He doesn't care. He's just kind of trolly, whatever, like that. And then he finally entered an Alpha 3 tournament at Southern Hills Golfland, and while he was playing, he did nothing that he normally did. Okay. He was going for stupid things that I've never seen him go for before. It's just weird. It's like your brain shuts off, and it's a weird situation, and it's like a lot of people don't realize how hard that is to fight. And, one of my biggest advices to everybody who's like, how do you get over nerves when you play on stream? And my answer is always, you don't.
Some people never do, man.
The top players are always nervous. Of
course.
They're always nervous when they jump on stream and play their matches and everything like that. It's just you have to channel it in a certain way. You have to figure out how to shoot it down a path where it doesn't affect you. You know what I mean? So
or not negatively anyway.
Or it helps you exactly.
Yeah. So. Pluck has been in high-profile situations in the past. So why was it caused this time as opposed to another time? It's not necessarily like a logical thing always. Sometimes it just happens. So I hope it's something he gets figured out.
Dang, I see Bloodhawk and Curly W saying that they met each other at EVO. How have those two guys never met each other before? That's crazy to me. So I don't know.
I feel like they don't travel to that many things.
Yeah, so. I guess that's true. Yeah.
They're involved. They're big, FGC players. Guys involved anyway. Bloodhawk's still a player.
Yeah.
Anyway,
sure.
Grand Finals was really good. Shout outs to Leffen. I really enjoyed watching him play.
Oh, yeah.
I'm happy for him, too. And Bobby Scar had this really good analogy at the end of it where he likened Leffen to Venom in the Marvel Universe, where he pops up onto the scene and he's just a villain, and he's just like kind of a crappy villain and everybody hates him. And then as he like sticks around, sometimes he's even an anti-hero. Sometimes he actually helps the heroes, and he ends up not being that bad of a guy. I thought that was really good.
Actually, really funny.
Yeah.
No, Leffen is cool. Again, he's a guy who's really embraced a lot of the FGC. He's played a lot of Marvel. He's played a lot of Dragon Ball. Although, what's cool about him winning this is that he sacrificed all of his Dragon Ball for Melee. Right. They actually said that before EVO, he was like, okay, done with Dragon Ball for now. I'm just focusing on Melee. And it paid off. So shout outs to him.
I saw an interview with him done by...
We are Leffen.
Is it Jacob Wolf?
Jacob
ESPN
Wolf,
guy?
Yeah.
Where Leffen was saying that when he was younger and was acting out in the scene, he was going through like a depressive period in his life, and things weren't going well for him, and he was like acting out as a result.
Yep.
And as he's gotten older and he's gotten kind of in a better state of mind, and he's other things going for him as opposed to just Melee, which was an outlet for him.
Right.
Like he's settled down. So
yeah, I mean, look, it's why a lot of times when you see those players, and I know a lot of people didn't like Leffen because he was the heel and everything like that, but a lot of times you really have to understand there's so much going on behind the scenes. You know what I mean? With a player like that. So hearing that makes me even more happy for Leffen, make me even more proud for Leffen, and now I'm getting emotional. So let's move on to Tekken 7 here.
I mean, I don't know the guy's life, but that's what he said on the interview. So. Anyway, here we go.
Okay. 7th place, AMD for Tekken 7. AMD Chiri Chiri with Shaheen. 7th place, Kuaz Naroma with, COOAS, I don't know what that stands for, with Jack 7 and Dragonov. 5th place, Alpha Red Book with Jin. And 5th place, first on Rangchu with Panda. Made it up there with Panda. 4th place, Echo Fox JDCR with Dragonov. 3rd place, ITS Lil Majin with King.
Sick.
I actually saw him up in the suites.
Oh boy.
Because they had to sign all the paperwork to get their prize money and everything like that. I gave him a hug. I told him I was super proud of him. That was probably the first time that weekend that I started crying.
Aww.
So, because I was just so happy for him, because he was like, thank you. He really appreciated it and everything like that. But that guy played out of his mind.
Very good.
He's so cool. Like, and
really fun to watch.
So cool.
It really, for sure. It was really fun to watch.
Yeah, and second place was UIU Kudons with Devil Jin. Could not repeat the Tekken World Tour Championship. But first was Fersen Low High with Shaheen and Law, mostly Shaheen. Then I do believe this is like one of his first major wins. I'm not 100% sure, but someone can actually let me know. But dude, Lil Majin was the story, obviously, to me. To have Lil Majin and Lost Soul make third place in games almost consistently dominated by Asian players, Asian-born players, was really, really awesome. For sure. And a good sign, in my opinion. So that was his first EVO?
Right, yeah, I remember hearing about that. That was the first time that he went to EVO. So he has won a major before, but that was his first time at EVO, so obviously his first EVO win.
Right. And then, of course, everyone keeps joking that Negan is going to be a hard counter to the Koreans, and I'm like, oh.
I don't understand.
You don't know the joke? Oh, okay, never mind.
I had to Google who he was.
Man. Okay. But yeah, good stuff.
It was really fun to watch, man. Tekken is such a good spectator game, and I had a blast. Even though I'm no expert at that game by any stretch, I just really enjoy watching it.
Yeah,
it's so fun to watch.
They have done...
And really good commentary, too. Eris, you can always count on. But I really enjoyed, I want to highlight in particular, that I loved watching MYK and Rixta.
Oh, yeah? Okay,
night.
cool.
I thought they knocked it out of the park. Like, that was some of the best of the weekend, I thought.
I haven't got a chance to hear
really
that.
Good.
Okay, cool. But yeah, no, I even had a chance to talk to Michael Murray a little bit, and I was just telling him, I was like, you guys are killing it on the Tekken front, especially from the viewability angle. And now in season 2, we'll talk about that a little bit later, but they're adding like these crazy ass wall bounces and stuff like that. I was just like, what? But he even said, he was like, yeah, we actually took the time to go and like really pay attention to see what makes a fighting game viewable, you know what I mean? And that was something that they really concentrated on. And you know what?
Accomplished.
Yeah, they are like great, because then if they took the time, they have definitely succeeded. The numbers are going up and everything like that. They absolutely deserve everything that they're getting right now.
That's not just a big part of why the viewers are up, the stream viewers are up, but it's why there are more entrants too.
Right, yeah,
like people watch the stream and they're like, "This looks really fun. I want to play."
Exactly.
There's a clear relationship.
And I've talked about it a million times. With Street Fighter, with Injustice.
Oh, for sure with
Marvel
Injustice.
versus Capcom.
For sure with Marvel.
With Dragon Ball, it's all not a shock that the games that are presented well. The only game that kind of flies in the face of that is Guilty Gear, but that's just because Guilty Gear, I think
it's beautiful, really.
Right, but not a lot of people play it, not as much as the other games, right?
Yeah,
it doesn't have the same kind of success as like Tekken and Dragon Ball, for example. But it's also just a really tough game to get into.
Sure.
It's really hard to get
a little
into
more in the weeds.
Yep. And then, of course, there was Dragon Ball FighterZ with 7th place was Yoshimoto Kubo with Grohan 16 and SS Goku. Super Noon, NRG, who... Actually, no, that was the first time I cried the weekend.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it wasn't even just when Super Noon won. It's what Katana Prime said on stream. It was something like, how can you not feel what we're feeling as players and stuff like that. And I was just listening to that and while watching Super Noon crying, and I just got all emotional and I started crying when I saw that. So on Twitter. So yeah. But shout outs to Super Noon, Kid Buu, Cell, SS Vegeta. 5th place W2W No Kami from the New York region.
Well, he's from North Carolina. He now lives in New York. He has only been traveling for a little while. I helped him get his W2W contract.
Cool.
That was like last month.
Okay.
It's like super recent that he's even been able to travel in this way.
Right.
And then he got top 8 at something he went to, Defend the North, I think. And he got top 8 at EVO. Amazing run. Very impressive.
Android 21, Cell, as well as Goku Black, and then Cell, Kid Buu, and Zamasu. 5th place was GGP Hori Kazunoko. He tied with Kazunoko, dude, with Kid Buu, Grohan, and Yamcha. 4th place was Ponos Moke with Kid Buu, Cell, and Trunks. 3rd place, CAG Fenrich with Cell, Bardock, and SS Vegeta. Second place, CAG Goichi with Cell Bardock and SS Vegeta. First place, Echo Fox, Sonic Fox, Bardock, Zamasu, and 16. Of course, there was the very infamous icing situation that happened. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But good job to Sonic Fox, probably winning the event that meant the most to him ever in his life.
He was
definitely excited about this one because he wanted to definitely prove a point and make sure people knew that he was one of the best. And I got to turn on the air conditioner.
It's too hot.
It's
too hot.
It is killing me right now.
When I first got into this room, James asked if I wanted to keep the air conditioner on, and I was like, I'm fine. I even had that hoodie on. Boy, can't do it.
It is not going to happen here.
It was very important to him. He's never had a struggle in the same way that he has in Dragon Ball. I mean, calling it a struggle is silly. He's made top 8 every time. Usually he's in grand finals. Oftentimes he wins, but his previous history is like he always wins, or like almost always anyway. So when he lost to Goichi at final round, I feel like that, in looking back, was probably one of the most important moments of his FGC career, because that's the moment where he realized, I actually have to study, I actually have to do stuff, I really got to spend time, and he did, and here's the result. Amazing.
Oh man, but yeah, good stuff to all the guys there. Really proud of Super Noon getting up there in top 8. Definitely the moment of his lifetime, qualifying there, doing so by beating Aqua, who beat Hook Gang God.
Right.
So he actually got revenge for his NRG compatriot there.
Didn't he have to beat Hook Gang God too? Was there something like that?
Did he? Oh, I don't even remember. I don't even remember. So.
All right, well, there was Dragon Ball. I thought it was, look, it's not my favorite game to watch, all right?
It's getting long, and someone counted 53
55
Bardock level 3s for a total of like, it was like
7 minutes.
It's like 7 minutes or something like that.
But the storylines are awesome, and I'm really happy for all the players involved. It's a very difficult game to play well.
Yes.
Even if it's, I feel, not the most exciting game. So I respect that a lot, and congrats to everybody. It was fun, very fun as a set of storylines.
Yeah, the crazy part about this, and we'll talk about this a little bit more as well in the announcement section probably, even though it wasn't an official announcement, but the patch just came out. And they did nerf some of the stronger characters and everything like that.
I'm looking forward to new
Some people are actually worried, though, that the game might be longer now.
Oh.
Because the good characters were nerfed a little bit.
Wow, okay.
So, I mean, there should have been like an overall damage hike, in my opinion, in the game.
Just Blue Life, come on, man.
Blue Life, or make it so that when you're sparking, you still take a little bit more damage.
Maybe a little more damage.
Yeah, then
maybe raw level 3 shouldn't be, isn't it entirely Blue Life damage?
Yeah. If a
maybe
combo starts with like level 3 or something like that.
If it starts with ending invincible, actually. Anyway, let's talk about this stuff later.
Okay. And then, of course, the last game was Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. 7th place, Rise Kaba, who was one of your picks.
Indeed, he was my dark horse pick.
Yeah, he was your dark horse pick. So, 7th place also, the only U.S. player in there, the Cool Kid with Abigail. Shout outs to Cool Kid. I mean, that's so awesome. Dude. Good job to him. 5th place was Fudo's Fujimura, which was one of the standard picks.
Of course.
With Ibuki.
My pick to win it.
BJKE RB Luffy with Armika.
Yeah.
So good job to him. He basically took over my Phenom choice for the 2 UK guys that I thought would do really well, though. The EU guys, you're right. Sorry, my bad. 4th place, Gachikun. Unsponsored Gachikun with Rashid.
He'll be sponsored.
Yeah. 3rd place, CYG BST Fudo with Armika. 2nd place, Echo Fox Tokido with Akuma. And 1st place, Mouse Esports Problem X from the UK.
I was so happy.
And I honestly am not sure. I feel like anybody deserves it more than him because of the amount of work that he's been putting in. He travels more than anybody else. And I said it on commentary too. Last year when Tokido reset the bracket on Punk, I was like, Punk's done.
Yeah.
Like, I just felt like it was done. But this year when he reset the bracket on Problem X, I was like, I think Problem X can still win this. Yeah, I was like, I don't get the same sense of this at all.
I'm with you.
And that's the kind of mental fortitude, the mental strength that I saw from Problem X. And just from his attitude, his facial expression, and all that stuff like that, I didn't see the worry in it. I didn't see the nerves, and it didn't feel like the matches were lopsided in any way or anything like that. But tell me this: how different do you think it would have been if Fudo didn't send Tokido into losers bracket early? What if, because Tokido won the first set against Problem X, right?
Okay.
He would have went on to face Problem X on winner's side.
Okay.
And if he won, he would have sent Problem X to loser's side. So it would have been a little different.
Well, could be.
But Fudo, shout outs to Fudo. That guy has been having a slump recently. And so I'm super happy to see him get third place here and try to get out of that slump.
By the way, the sickest individual moment I felt throughout all of top 8 was, and maybe this is known, I don't even know, was when Fudo punished Tokido's mid-range fireball with Nadeshiko call, EX wingless over there, and Nadeshiko hits, he's recovered from EX wingless, stands strong, rest of the combo. Dude. Ridiculous. Amazing. Like that was the best moment to me. Amazing play. And then what was that? There was something else. Oh, dude. And then also, I still love it when Tokido and Fudo played the second time when Tokido took off the headset and said something to him, and then they just started laughing. I really just feel like Tokido was like, "You're dead meat." I really just feel like that right now, dude. But yeah. So
Tokido couldn't handle the Devil's Reverse at all. Like, he was having a lot of trouble with that.
Good. Good move.
But good
Tokido
stuff.
gets grand finals again. I mean, he got grand finals last year. Of course, he won EVO.
Right.
He got second place at Capcom Cup. He got second place again at EVO. These are the 3 biggest tournaments of the past year. Those are the 2 biggest of the year for Street Fighter. He's in the grand finals each time.
Yep, basically
amazing.
Unprecedented.
Amazing.
Unprecedented. And from the exhibition that I saw at Twin Galaxies, I was saying this on commentary a lot, and I brought it over to EVO as well. But there's just a clarity that he's playing with that I have never seen from a player before. Like, I just don't see him losing to random dude in pool or having like, there's just like the fact that he was. My favorite thing was how much he was smiling. The entire top 8. That was
interesting.
He was just having a great old time. Even after Problem X won, he was like, hey! He looked like he was just so comfortable being Tokido, playing as Tokido, and just accomplishing Tokido things. You know what I mean?
He's very prepared.
He seems at peace. There's something about him that is just, he is so much at peace.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love what I'm seeing out of Tokido. So.
Yeah, he is super, super strong. Very interesting character lineup in the top 8 as well. An Abigail and a half, maybe is a good way to put it. There was no Abigail used by Problem X in top 8, but he did use it a bit to get into top 8. 2 Mikas, interesting, right? So in a sense, maybe 3.5 grapplers out of the top 8.
Yeah, you're right.
Which is unusual.
Actually, there's 2 Mikas in top 8.
Right.
So 2 Mikas. Oh, I see what you're 3.5. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
The Akuma is always up there because it's Tokido.
Right.
But and Fujimura is always up in top 8. So there's an Ibuki. But yeah, there's no Kami up there. Only one Guile.
And remember, I picked one Kami. I said that I predicted one Kami in there, and no Kami in there does not surprise me. And I know a lot of people think that I'm a Kami apologist or whatever like that, but I honestly think I know why she's not in there. And it's because, like I said, she is no shenanigan character, right? So you don't get any stupid like, hey, I'm playing this guy who doesn't know how to fight Ibuki, here's my Ibuki mix-ups, I can almost guarantee they're going to hit and win. You get tired playing Kami because every match is like, I have to focus, and I think she's probably one of the more fatiguing players because you just don't get any sort of like free shenanigan wins with her. You know what I mean? Granted, she's so powerful that it doesn't really matter in the early rounds, but in the mid rounds, I just feel like you have to put in so much work and so much effort to beat other smart players that it does make you tired a little bit. And so it's the marathon that hurts her as opposed to if it was a smaller tournament. So.
Okay. Also no Menats in top 8. We're accustomed to seeing both of those characters very prevalent in top 8. Neither one.
You're right.
This time, maybe I don't know if your reason is correct. Maybe same kind of idea.
Yeah.
9th place though. Congrats to F Champ, who again has an excellent showing at EVO. Last year, of course, he got top 8. He was the closest to beating Tokido.
Yeah.
He almost did. Like he had Tokido at match point. He hasn't even been playing SF like that. I saw him saying, but he's just very talented. Then cool for Mena to make top 9. He has been doing well. you know, he hasn't won. He won Capcom Cup, and then I think he won Texas Showdown.
Yeah, he won Texas Showdown.
Other than that, he hasn't won stuff, but he's still been playing really well.
Yeah. And plus another thing too is, I don't know if you saw, but he had the crazy journey to EVO.
He and Kaba.
Yeah, him, Kaba, and Dominion. All three of them were stuck. It was one other player too as well. But they had to drive to like another state or something like that just to fly out of there to make it to EVO.
Dominion did not, by the way.
He did not? Oh, he didn't go. It was only just Meta and Kaba. Huh?
I think there was another player. I think you're right, but I forget who it was.
Did he throw a controller? I didn't even hear about that.
Oh, I didn't hear about that either.
I didn't hear about that. So
Cien also 9th, Daigo 13th, Mago 13th, Verloren, Machabo.
Was one of the heartbreaking ones when you saw Jen come up afterwards and give him a little kiss on the head. I was just like, oh, man.
That was nice.
Yeah. But yeah, Mago and Verloren, the highest placing camis there in 13th place.
Yeah, Idom didn't make it either. You know, we meant to bring this up at the start, but it was actually tough for a lot of people to get to EVO. So players, I think, especially from the Northeast is what it sounded like, but from the East Coast generally, had a tough time getting there. Even players driving from the West Coast, there was a big thunderstorm, and for a while there were flood warnings, so people weren't allowed even to, or shouldn't have been anyway, to driven in to Vegas. So it was just kind of an unfortunate series of events.
Yeah.
You know, you can't control that stuff. That's a bummer.
Yeah, but shout outs to Toy as well, getting 7th place. Another strong performance by a U.S. player.
17th.
17th, yeah, getting the same place as Justin Wong, who also played super well.
17th has a lot of Americans.
Yeah.
There's Chris CCH, Justin Wong, Chris T, K-Brad. Of course, also Xiaohai, Haitani, Hurricane. So
yeah, cool. I really felt like Justin Wong had a really good chance this year to make it really, really far. So sad to see him finish at 17th place.
Agreed.
I was hoping he would get top 8 this year.
He's been doing very well.
Yeah.
Well, Flo, of course, was at Vegas. Flo lives, like, in Vegas.
Yeah, he showed up.
He's in Vegas.
He showed up, so he was definitely there. So,
but he didn't, from what I heard, he didn't play. He didn't enter his stuff.
Yeah. Was that really Ryusei's first EVO ever?
I don't know.
Someone saying it was 9th place with Yuri in there. He was one that had the really awesome facial expressions, where it was like,
didn't see.
He died to like some craziness. Like someone did something really sick on him, and his reaction was like his eyes were bugging out of his head, and became like a meme for a little bit. So, but
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
he was BBCF EVO champion last year. Yeah, so
hot dang. So he switched to Street Fighter and he got 9th in his first year playing Street Fighter. Okay, that is very impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
There you go. Okay, so it wasn't his first EVO. It was his first EVO for Street Fighter 5.
Understood.
Is what it was. Okay.
That is really impressive.
I didn't realize that was the same Ryusei. I'll be honest with you.
Same.
I did not realize
I had no idea.
it was the same Ryusei.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, a lot of good matches. That's something you can always count on for EVO. All of the top 8s, in fact, many of the pool. Well, I forgot to mention this in my stream review. Pools kind of suck at EVO. I'm going to be frank with you. Because there are so many players that each pool is not stacked, right? Maybe winners finals of the pool is interesting, but almost nothing before that is. I don't know what you do about that in terms of the stream viewership experience. I'm not really sure how to improve that, but from a stream perspective, it wasn't wasn't enticing.
I mean, one of the first matches that I got on Street Fighter commentary with One Time Hero was, you know, it was basically we just had to spend the whole entire time trying to talk about what they could do to play better.
I mean, I've done the same thing with you and other people on top 8 or in Pool's commentary for EVO, where you kind of got to make it up because it's just
It's one of
not
those things,
interesting. You know it.
You know, I know a lot of people have talked about this. You know, on the esports side of things, this is why we need more exhibitions and not to blah 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 and like forget pools, don't even stream day one, etc. etc. I don't think I agree with that.
I don't agree with that.
But
I'm not really sure what to do. It's just an observation that they're not interesting to watch.
Right. So
I'm not sure how to fix that.
Probably a way to do something decently. So.
Cool, man. That's Evolution. So we're going to talk about the announcements coming up. But is there anything else to say about the matches, the games?
Again, like I said, I'm happy that they're trying to give a lot more shine to the side tournaments, that they're scheduling the side tournament stuff out. It really, you know, obviously Marvel had the issue where they got kind of bodied schedule-wise and everything like that, but, you know, hopefully, you know, they keep working on it, and maybe next year they assign a TO specifically for that area as well, and The side tournaments just become more and more official, and that makes me happy about that. I expect it to become something that we don't even talk about 2 years from now as par for the course. A lot of people are mad, and I know a lot of people don't think Marvel ever gets any fair break at EVO. Yeah. Cyber Japan Agent won that one, dude.
That's right. He played super good.
Yeah.
He is an excellent player.
Yeah. So, man, I'm telling you, again, those Marvel guys, man, they were crazy. They were loud.
Of course.
Exciting and everything.
They have a fun game. It's cool to watch.
I still think maybe those guys can do a good job, bringing it back. You know what I mean?
It's got to have been rights issues.
Yeah.
Right? It's got to have
Well, I don't mean showing up at EVO. I just mean the community.
Yeah.
Just keeping it alive and stuff like that.
I've started playing it again. I've been playing Marvel.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. Okay. And then Eunice was also super cool. Heiho was like one of the only Japan, because remember ahead of time Daryl Bunao said that there wasn't too many Japanese players, but he still got second place.
Who won Under Night?
Under Night was won by let me see here. Do we have side tournaments here listed here? Squish was the one that won.
Dang, okay.
But the cool thing about it was third place was like an Akatsuki player as well, so that was also super cool. Yeah, there you go. So seventh place was LPT with Byakuya, of course. Loli Maiko with Batista. Wow, both of them in seventh place. Okay. Fifth place was KFL Eltnum and Tari with Yuzuriha. Fourth place, Klim, the guy who was going for the trifecta, ended up in fourth place. So guess he sucks. No, just kidding. Yeah, Boo. Obviously super good with Fonon Merkava. Third place was Saikyo with Enkido. Oh, it was first place who got Akatsuki. Okay, so second place was Heiho with Merkava, and first place, yes, was Squish with Akatsuki.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Congrats.
Shout outs to
cool.
Squish, dude. That's awesome. Good job to him. So Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. 7th was Taekwa, Ghost Rider Nova, Stealth with Zero Dante. 5th place was Dual Kevin, NB Dual Kevin with Hawkeye Dante. Noel Be Hungry with Gamora Rocket Raccoon. 4th place TPC Not Enough Damage, Ultron Doctor Strange. 3rd place TLT Tyson. 2nd place at CEO with Gamora Ultron. 2nd place MG Macho with Dante Dormammu. And 1st place CJA Cyber Japan Agent with Dante Dormammu. Macho lives in Chicago right now, but he was originally from Mexico. So technically, U.S. wasn't even in grand finals.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go.
He played really well. He's a good player.
Yeah, but good stuff to also, back on the Under Night and Berserker with Enkido, because I don't think Enkido is considered one of the strong characters from what I remember. So, but yeah.
Fenrich won BBCF. Justin Wong won Fighting EX Slayer.
Smug won Ultra Street Fighter 4 to Punko. Super Turbo was won by Reno MD, a mostly online player using Bison. He's a Fightcade player, basically.
Boxer Bison?
No, Dictator Bison.
Okay.
So Bison had a good weekend.
Yeah, wow.
Because he also got second place in CVS 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
He didn't win CVS 2? Who won CVS 2?
Oh, wait, actually, you know what? If Boss was playing CVS 2, then Bison probably won as well. Yeah. E.T. won King of Fighters 14 again. Udo won Melty Blood. Guilty Gear Accent Core Plus R was won by Kadako May. Sailor Moon was won by Neil Russell, a.k.a. Corey Lanier, the guy in Canada who really promotes this game a lot. So,
by the way, the character who won it, the one who has the full screen dash and goes into SPD
and has infinite,
the dash cancel infinite. Pretty unreasonable. Pretty unreasonable character.
Yeah.
Dang. I was like, wow.
UMBC3 was won by Joey D over Snake Tits. Vampire Savior was won by Dara Dimitri over Dying Jetta. Virtua Fighter 5 was won by Homestay Akira. Persona 4 Ultimax won by Superboy Ken. Pokken DX won by BXA Twixie with Chandelier and Aegislash.
Azazel got second with my boy, the Machamp.
First place for Kueme Enbu was Eda. Mark of the Wolves was TMR MLW with Kushnud Butt. And Third Strike was won by Ryan with Ken. Killer Instinct was run by Circa Nikki with Full Gore. Admira. Arms was won by DTN, KHU. Samurai Showdown 5 was won by Hoge or Hodge with Gaira. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, TMNT Fighters was won by Lord BBH with mostly Wingnut. He had to counter pick in grand finals with Raphael against the second place Raphael player. Dengenki Buko Fighting Climax was won by Kusanagi. CVS2 was won by Boss with M. Bison, but second place was Dr. B.
Sick.
With S Groove. With S Groove. So there you go.
I saw somebody listed as Dr. B playing on the SF5 stream in pools.
Yeah.
And it's been so long and I don't remember what he looks like. So I was hoping it was the same guy. And I guess
it is definitely him. We saw him playing Dragon Ball on the jump off earlier.
Okay, maybe it was DBFC, not Street Fighter. Okay.
Well, he showed up on a Street Fighter stream later on as well. But he got second place in CVS2 with his S Groove.
Sick S Groove.
Yeah, Akatsuki Blitzkampf, where Akatsuki is from, was won by Rorio. Rivals of Ether was won by Dolphin Brick. Arcana Heart was won by Kazupachi. Tatsunoko was won by TVC, was won by K-Beast. Good job to him. Samurai Showdown 2 was won by Frieza, a Haumaru player. I'm surprised it wasn't Ukyo.
It's not, actually. Only 2
Yeah,
Ukyos.
I know. Three Ukyos.
3, my bad.
Yeah. Aquapaza was won by Mabusin. Yatagarasu was won by Nick Cool 1996, and Street Fighter Cross Tekken was won by Homeless Dragon.
By the way, somebody tweeted me on Twitter that in Yatagarasu Grand Finals, somebody picked me as commentator so that I could be at EVO.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I heard about that.
I don't know if that's why they picked me, but I certainly appreciate the tweet using that explanation for why they picked me. That tweet was very cute. I really appreciated that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's why they picked me.
Hologram, David. Exactly.
That was really nice. Have you guys never heard of Kushnud Butt?
I hadn't heard of that before.
Really?
Yeah,
it's Marco, but the Japanese version.
Oh, is that his name in Japan?
I don't know why they call him Butt, but I mean, bizarre choice of names.
Tafo
but,
Kids
there you
One
go.
Puzzle Fighter. Interesting. Okay. Man. But good stuff.
Ligma. Ligma Butt. You get it?
Yeah.
Anyway, anything else to say about the games, the results?
No.
Let's take a break, dude.
Yeah, I know. Let's take a break. So we'll be right back. We're going to go into the 5-5 matchup. We're going to talk about the Sonic Fox icing. We're going to talk about the Smash 4, top 4. And we're going to talk about the payout structure. So we'll be right back, guys. Be right back.